Hello and welcome to today's video. So this time we're going to be taking the first of two looks through my Xbox 360 collection. So sadly I came to the end of my original Xbox collection, and the 360 is one of those systems that I've been collecting with my son, and right now the time to collect Xbox 360, well, it is now, because the games are dirt cheap and there's some incredible bargains to be had out there, along with some absolutely outstanding games. So anyway, that's what we'll be having a look at today. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Right then, so this is the first of about 120 games that we've got to cover, and I'm going to do it over two videos. And this is the only sort of like box setty one I've got, which is Alone in the Dark, the limited edition of this one, an Atari game here. And I was very lucky to start off my Xbox 360 collection because I was able to pick up sort of an adult collector who'd managed to pick up almost all the games that I was initially really interested in playing on the system, including this one. So this is quite nice. It's got a little like backdrop here. I was never a massive fan of the Alone in the Dark games, but they're certainly all right. It's got a soundtrack CD as well. Art book, which is quite nice, isn't it? And these all, obviously, they in the early days these started as point and click adventures. It's got an action figure in as well. Or not really an action figure. He's not posable, but it is sort of displayable, shall we say? And of course the game. Oh, and a making of, is that a DVD? Is it, or a making of DVD as well? Well, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Now that is what you would call a reasonably good limited edition set, wouldn't you? That not bad at all, to be honest. So yeah, quite nice to have that. When I don't have many sort of limited edition games in my collection, I used to see them when they came out, you know, and I always remember wanting them, but never really ending up buying them for some reason. But this particular collection that I bought, that was quite a while back now. It was maybe 2 to 3 years ago. Just as the guy said, you know, I've played all these games and I don't really want them anymore. And he was moving on to the Xbox One, I believe. So I said, yes, mate, I'll take them off your hands, no problem at all. And I got the bulk of this collection by the ones that Sam bought when he was sort of growing up. You know, we were buying them sort of in game and that. We picked them up really cheap, between, I think it worked out at about 75p a game, you know, even, you know, across the board. We just took the whole lot because there was only 1 or 2 duplicates in our own collection, which was fantastic, really. An absolute steal. So pretty cool. So this next one then, Quantum of Solace. I've always liked the James Bond games. This is one I haven't actually played, so I guess I'll get round to it eventually. 50 Cent, Blood on the Sand. I've just been watching 50 Cent in the TV series Power, and he's got some of his music tracks on that as well. You play as 50 Cent, the world's biggest hip-hop star, also the world's ugliest. Alan Wake, a psychological action thriller. And there's a few of those in here. You'll also notice that a lot of these have only got the they've got the crack. The game sort of plastic seal has been carefully cracked. I'm saying on this one, and the game played with again. This is nice. I love the Alien. I pretty much love all the Aliens games, and this is the Colonial Marines. This is a spin-off from the comic, the Aliens Colonial Marines comic book, published by Dark Horse. You know exactly what to expect in that one. Classic Aliens versus Predator. So this would have been around the time of the Aliens vs Predator film. This is on the Rebellion label, which was sort of they still published the 2000 AD Judge Dredd comics. And you'll notice that some of these, like, I've really not been through and like taken off all the stickers and things, which I would usually do on my collection, because the reason why is because these are still being played with. They're not sort of in the collection per se. These are just working games that we might pull off the shelf at any one time. So some of these, they could use new boxes and things, but it's not a priority, to be honest. Assassin's Creed 3, absolutely classic game. And a lot of these now are 18s, so it's like the Xbox audience. That obviously the chap I bought it off was a grown man, so a lot of them were adult games. Assassin's Creed Revelations. So I would like to know, so you see like this now, do I peel them off like that, which is what I'm tempted to do on all the games, or do I just leave them as is? Because, I mean, they're not sealed anymore, so there's no real reason to leave this bit of plastic on, is there, to be honest? I'll leave it in your hands. Leave a comment below if I should take the seals off or to get them looking better, and or leave them as is. Well, this was an absolutely great game, wasn't it? And yeah, won Game of the Year. Xbox World 360, 96% Games Master magazine. Batman Arkham Asylum really is fantastic, this one, and a lot of fans really love it. Very good. Eidos. This is the inevitable follow-up a little bit later. Batman Arkham City. Once again, a lot of people really like this one. It got a lot of hype, but I don't believe it ended up getting the same attention that Arkham Asylum did. This is the first of a couple of Battlefield games we've got here. So this is Battlefield Bad Company 2. These games are really great, aren't they? I mean, I suppose you either love them or you hate them, but having seen them being worked through online, I think they are fantastic. This is Battlefield 3. It says limited edition now. I don't know what the actual limited edition part is, so let's have a little look. It's got multiplayer and co-op plus HD content, and then the single player campaign. I don't quite know what exactly makes that a limited edition, but apparently it is. Maybe it's this. You can get a nice gun, possibly from their website. Access to Battlefield 3 Back to Karkand expansion pack. So maybe that's what it was. You could get access to the expansion pack. This is Bayonetta. Absolutely fantastic game. This enjoyed actually the sequel on the Switch of all things. Yeah, really great action game. This one, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous to look at. A really superb action game. Reminded me a lot of the Matrix, actually. Let's move those around just a little bit, like so. This is Bioshock. This is the original Bioshock game. 10 out of 10. Another absolute rocking hit on the Xbox 360. Welcome to Rapture. Yeah, great stuff. And inevitably, you had the sequel. This one's got sort of like a metallic-y cover for Bioshock 2, so whether that in itself was once again some sort of limited edition of some sort. Needs a new case, doesn't it? A few of these could use with a new case, but that's easily fixed. I'm still replacing a few cases on my original Xbox collection at the moment. Thankfully the two sort of double up. And this is Bioshock Infinite. Great stuff. Look at that, winner of over 80 awards. Pretty good stuff, isn't it? And when you think something like this is only going to cost you, a couple of quid, it's just an absolute bargain at the moment. Borderlands 2. Great series. I remember playing. I haven't played this one, but I have played these on the PlayStation Vita. That was a great one. Now this one, because this is sort of, I'm going to take this off because it's not sort of sitting in the box, right? But this still got the security seal on. So there we are. This is just going to make this one slightly slightly neater box there. But yeah, the Borderlands series, they're great, aren't they? Really, really great sort of style of game. Always reminded me of the ABC Warriors in 2018. Brutal Legend. Don't remember much about this one. Don't think we've tried this one yet. Don't know if I will, actually. Looking at the back, didn't look that much fun. Call of Duty. Well, I'm not sure if these are all in order, but you know, I mean, the Call of Duty games, they are what they are. Sam certainly enjoys them. I find them all a bit samey, to be honest. There's nothing that special in the Call of Duty games. I know the online one, a lot of my friends at work are playing it and enjoying it, but this is Call of Duty. That was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And in these sorts of games, I always prefer the historical ones. So World War II, brilliant, you know. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Yes, I always prefer the really old ones. This one's got another one which is a bit of a tatty plastic seal on it. Point of seal, so I think we are going to get rid of that one. See, I'm answering my own question. Should I keep them or should I get rid of them? Well, in some cases, I'm just getting rid of them because they got a bit dirty, you know, so time to get rid of them. But it does mean, and in fact in some of these I found the guy's original receipt and he bought these brand new and paid, you know, 30-40 pounds for them brand new, so it makes them all the sweeter when you get them so much cheaper. World at War, I do remember that one. That's a nice one. And then we got Black Ops 2, and there's actually Black Ops 1, so the two Black Ops games there. They're pretty cool. So Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. I think what we're going to need to do, I'm just going to pause it there. I'm going to pull the camera out so we can have a sort of a closer look at the stuff that we've done already. So the last Call of Duty now. This is Call of Duty Ghosts. This, I think, is the last one. A changed world, redefined multiplayer, and an all-new squads mode. Yeah, I never really was a fan of squad-based games, you know, I just wasn't. I always prefer the single-player adventure. Clive Barker's Jericho. Don't hear a lot about Clive Barker these days, do we? I think possibly his day has been and gone. Another sort of survival-y horror sort of game there. Condemned. See, once again, this is another real genre I've not really been into, and Sam can't be bothered with them either, and that's sort of the same sort of vein there, that Condemned. I suppose they have their fans, don't they? Crisis 2, the best looking game on the console, CMVG. That was a great mag, wasn't it? Computer and video games. Amazing, IGN. What's not amazing is this mess on the side here. Oh, look at this. And I would like to know, once we finish going through all these Xbox 360 games, are there any absolute classics that you think are not included in the collection? Because it's a pretty comprehensive run, as you'll see as we go through, you know. This is Crisis 3. Look at that. So when this one came out, Hunter Edition, it was $42.99 when it was brand new. I mean, it seems a fortune by today's standards, doesn't it? But I mean, I know brand new games are still expensive, but incredible. Dead Island, Riptide. Now that cover is straight out of that Vietnam movie. Which one is it? Platoon, I believe. Willem Dafoe coming out of the water like that. That's what that looks like to me. Or it looks like Arnie rising out of the mud from the first Predator movie. So that's just been nicked from there. Next one we've got is Fear. First Encounter, Assault Recon. There we are. There's a mouthful for you. And that was closely followed by Fear 2. Project Origin. It's So that's another one which definitely needs a new box, doesn't it? There's bits of seal all over the place. I think this guy, when he when he bought these games, he just couldn't wait to get it stuck in, so he didn't carefully unpeel the games like I do and look after them. Fear 3. I mean, nothing wrong with the discs. Don't get me wrong. They're just a bit not neat. Gears of War. Well, if ever a series existed, I mean, it's fantastic. Don't get me wrong, absolutely fantastic. I just think it's so blimmin' hard, and I just don't have the patience to go through it. Even Sam, who can have the patience to do anything, I just found it, can't be bothered, you know. Gears of War 2 with download maps. I mean, don't get me wrong, when someone's really good at it, I absolutely love watching them being played through. They're brilliant, but too frustrating from a casual gamer's sort of point of view. And Gears of War 3, there we are. Great artwork on the covers there. Brilliant. And this one, I believe, is Gears of War. Is this what they call a steelbook? Got like a metallic sort of case to it. This one's actually missing the booklet, sadly, but great box. Yeah, it's like a metally box, that one. Fallout 3, absolutely fantastic. I do love the Fallout games. And Bethesda Studios in general, to be honest. Yeah, this was really, really good. Fallout 3, I have to say. It was great. And Fallout New Vegas, which was the one that came after it. Also a really, really great game. A lot of people really enjoy that one. Once again, I think I'm gonna, sorry, but I'm gonna do it. I just don't like, if they're mint, I don't mind it, but when they're like half cocked like that, they have to come off. Far Cry, well, this is a great series. So we played the first one, and then Sam's been through the whole lot now. He's done them all, and once again, I really enjoy watching them. They're a great story on the Far Cry games. They're pretty similar. Far Cry 3. Certainly have enjoyed watching those, and they are great. Actually, they really are. I won't dwell on these, but each year Sam sort of gets the FIFA games. So we've got a few of these: FIFA 12, 13, 15, 16. He gets the latest ones on digital download, which, you know, it is what it is. I'm not a fan. Darkness. Once again, this is based on a comics property, Top Cow Comics. Great series. Don't know much about the game, but it does look really good. If you're a fan of the comics, which I was, it should be quite enjoyable. Dark Souls, yet another, the Prepare to Die edition. Another sort of survivally horror game. There's been a few of them today, hasn't there? Deus Ex, so this is a great series. Yeah, 10 out of 10, Xbox 360 magazine. This is Deus Ex Human Revolution. Great stuff. Strong bloody violence and strong language. Well, there you go. We would expect nothing else. Dishonored. Another cool one. Dishonored. Nice sort of metallic-y cover as well. Winner of over 50 E3 awards. The guy, this is Bethesda Studios again, the guy who had these definitely chose the sort of the top flight AAA games, didn't he? The games that were big for the 360. But what you don't find in here, and these would have been the games that I would have chosen, and I will do, I'll add to them as I go through and add to the collection, is the sort of casual pick up and play sort of arcadey games. Doom 3, the BFG edition. This is in quite a nice little slipcase actually. I do love the Doom games. I played right back on the days of the PC. This was the 20th anniversary edition from 93 to 2013. 93, that's probably when I played it, yeah. So there we are. I've got this Doom, really 27 years old now. And then the last couple we've got is Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Absolutely amazing game, this one, and extremely deep. Great fun to play through. Lots of my friends have spent hours and hours and hours, hundreds of hours playing this game. It is incredibly satisfying, and if you do get the chance to play it on the Switch, it's equally as good. And then this was Elder Scrolls 4, which is the one before. This is Oblivion, and this was the Game of the Year edition, and this had all the sort of the downloadable content on the disc. And this is definitely the one to get if you want the Elder Scrolls 4. So there we are. That's the first, up to E, and that's the first half of our Xbox 360 collection, and there's some absolute gems in there, I'm sure you will agree. So if you have enjoyed today's video, do please give it a thumbs up. Do please consider subscribing for regular Xbox and retro gaming content. So although I've gone through all my original Xbox collection now, and even that took 7 videos, I do have one more of these Xbox 360 videos planned for the rest of the collection. And then we're going to be going through all the games that come on my modded original Xbox, of which there's about 1,000. So loads of great stuff on there that I've never had the chance to play before, and I'll be playing for the first time. And I'm going to do gameplay videos on those ones as well. So plenty to look forward to. Thanks once again for watching today, and I shall look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.